It's time for another edition of Online Businesses for Sale. In this series, every few weeks I go through and I take a look at online businesses that were just listed for sale and offer my own insights, experiences, anecdotes, and opinions on these businesses based on my experiences having started, invested in, owned, and sold a handful of businesses, and more recently shifted my focus towards online businesses. I currently own one online business and I'd like to acquire more. Okay, so let's see what we've got this week. First up, I've got this one, a lead gen marketing agency making $450,000 a year with a part-time owner offering owner financing. All right, all sounds good here. Pre-approved with lender for $600K, okay. One thing that's jumping out at me is why is this only pre-approved for $600K? Or why is it only approved for $600K if the asking price is $1.4 million, right? Like, what's going on there usually, and it's not too hard to get these businesses, get small businesses, pre-approved for a realistic asking price. That said, cash flowing $473,000, EBITDA $473,000, asking $1.4 million, so basically a 3x multiple. It seems realistic, but why is it only pre-approved for $600K? Something is kind of, making me feel a little off about that. This is a 4-year-old turnkey marketing business with 2 managers, 3 salespeople, and the business has over 100 active clients on AutoBill. The business provides booked appointments to real estate professionals, mortgage brokers, realtors, and similar. Each client has pre-authorized $1,500 or higher per month in ad spend. The business is growing by 10 to 20% each quarter, and the owner is selling to focus on their mortgage business full-time. Okay, so what I just read from that is that the mortgage business is more lucrative than the lead generation business. The business can be run from anywhere, and ideal and buyers include an owner who wishes a part-time business that's netting almost $500K per year part-time. Hell, I wish that. And I've nearly got that, at least with regard to the part-time part. A business that's already working with real estate or insurance professionals, an existing agency owner who wishes to enter the real estate sector. There's 20 employees. Okay, why are there 2 managers and 3 salespeople and 20 employees? Something is off. The following assets would be included: domains, branding and design files, everything you expect, customer list, email list, Facebook group with 1,800 members, marketing assets, full funnel, including Facebook ads, video sales letters, custom dashboard, built on Airtable to track caller performance and profitability, CRM, they're using Go High Level with thousands of agent prospects, custom automations, and nurture messaging. Forecasted revenue for 2022 is $2.1 million. All that needs to happen is you need to buy it. Growth and expansion. Hire staff to deliver more leads to existing customers. Some customers have pre-authorized over $10,000 on their credit card per month. Sell leads to real estate investors. 25% owner financing. Okay, so that means if $600,000 is coming from a lender, 25% of it, and 25% of the $1.4 million is basically $350,000. That means that you need to come up with about $500,000 out of pocket. The owner is willing to stay for 60 days to help the transition. Also, the day-to-day is currently being handled by a sales manager and an ops manager. If the new owner wishes to be truly hands-off, then the ops manager can be promoted to the general manager role. Just like that. This is interesting. And the $1,500 per client pre-authorized, how much is each client paying per month right now? That's what I want to kind of see. And they're saying that they do 1,744, $1.7 million in revenue annually, 100 clients. Divide that by 12, and that would mean that on average each client is spending $1,453. In this space, that seems very little. Like, it seems low. I know in the lead gen space, there are some businesses that will spend tens of thousands of dollars a month on leads, and realtors aggressively buy leads, right? So why is that not higher? Maybe there's room for improvement there. That would probably be my first, thing that I could look at and figure out if I were looking at this business, if I could improve that average revenue per client monthly. So if you could double that, well, then you double your revenue, double your business valuation, without needing to bring on more salespeople, without needing to do more onboarding. It's interesting that they've got a Facebook group with 1,800 members. Be interesting to see how active that is. And then the other thing I'm wondering here is, I was going to say who is responsible for calling them, but I think that's kind of implied in the business listing where it says that they sell, I thought it said that they sold appointments. Didn't I read the word appointments in here, or am I just totally misremembering that? Yeah, the business provides booked appointments to real estate professionals. Okay. So they've got 2 managers, 3 salespeople. That's 6. And then the rest of these 20 employees here are probably independent contractors working for a call center. So I don't think that employees is the correct term for them. It's probably workforce. We see that popping up a lot now as people are going to like an independent contractor model. That's probably how they're getting that 20 employees. And then they've got the call center that is outsourcing, or the call center that's handling the actual booked appointments that they're outsourcing to. Or maybe they're independent contractors that dial, but I don't think that they're on a payroll. So they're making 1.7 million, pulling in 473. So they're getting about 25% margin here. I'm guessing that's going to include some ad spend. I mean, let's just say that the average of all these people here is $70,000. What is that? 70 times 6. $420,000. They've got 1.5 million or 1.2 million to work with. So they're going to have some ad spend in there, and then they're also going to have the cost of outsourcing it. I think the biggest opportunity that I see looking at this business in my experience is this right here, and getting clients that spend more money. Because in the lead gen world, there will be clients that are like, oh, we want to cap it at $1,000 a month. And there's going to be some that are like, as many leads as you can get us at this price, we're on it. So yeah, that is it. Hire more staff to deliver more leads. Hire staff to deliver more leads to existing customers. So they don't really discuss how the leads are being generated or what they're for. So that would be something that we would need to know. But again, that $1,500 a month, I think, is something that could really be increased if you were interested in taking over this business. Let's look at our next listing here. An online business brokerage for internet businesses. I like this. Asking $125,000, cash flow $419,580. So they're asking like a 0.25 multiple for this, or 0.2 multiple. That's odd. Established in 2019, revenue 441, EBITDA 419,580. Okay. This highly profitable internet-based business specializes in advertising online business transactions ranging from 2 million to 50 million. Founded in early 2019, this business brokerage firm deals exclusively with internet businesses and focuses exclusively on the seller representation aspect of the transaction, with $420,000 in net profits realized since inception. Aha. Okay. That means this is not an annual number. That's from the beginning of time. So if we were to, say 420 divided by 1924 years at this point, it's making $110,000, just call it $100,000 a year. And they're asking basically 1x multiple. There's an immediate opportunity for expanding marketing efforts and ramping up marketing. More marketing spend will bring in more clients, which will generate more revenue. Additionally, the firm is primarily focused on one state, despite the opportunity to focus on at least 15 plus additional markets. Just kind of skimming it over. The owner only works 10 hours per week and is willing to stay on 3 to 6 months post-transition. I don't really know what to make of this one here. I mean, the numbers are good. Why wouldn't this person continue to keep growing it? If you're only working that number of hours and making $100,000 a year, it doesn't seem terrible. And I know that this is a big market with a lot you could tap into. Yeah. It seems interesting. I don't want to say this seems like a good business, but it seems interesting. The business brokerage space is very big. There's room to increase this cash flow by a substantial amount. And it seems, based on what's listed here, seems pretty easy to run. This is something that you'd certainly have to make an inquiry on and kind of feel out. And what experience does the owner, which is the owner Charles Parker? I don't know. Let's just view his listings and see what he's got going on. Interestingly, a AI-powered stock market alert business for 125 grand, same price. Yeah, I was just trying to think, like, is this related to him or what? I'm not really sure. So I guess this guy's selling his business brokerage firm. Another big thing would be how much experience is he going to, offer you, and how much training is he going to offer you? This one's interesting. I don't know if I like it or if I dislike it. I would say that lead gen marketing agency here is certainly a lot more interesting. There's a lot more infrastructure in place with this one. Next up, a scaling affiliate network matches publishers and advertisers for home service, insurance, Medicare, mass tort, and subprime offers. There's a lot of details here. Asking 2.5, cash flowing 677,000, gross income 4.6 million. Established in 2021 with one employee. Okay. To me, this just reads scary. First of all, there's a lot going on, right? Publishers, advertisers. So there's basically two clients. There's your publishers and there's your advertisers, and they're running offers in all of these different verticals. And this is basically like a marketplace for CPA marketing, right? So CPA marketing is you get paid when someone achieves that conversion objective here. And it's kind of like lead generation, and lead generation could be, a subgenre of CPA. Oftentimes it's sales or some type of affiliate product. There's a lot of ways you can slice and dice it. I mean, CPA marketing is a huge thing that a lot of people don't know much about, but in the online business world, it can be very, very lucrative, and it's a very, very big industry. So anyways, back to the title here, I'm seeing, publishers and advertisers. We have essentially two clients you have to serve here. And then all of these different industries. That's a lot. That's a lot going on here. And I was expecting to see, the first thing I'm wondering is how many employees do they have, right? Is there 10, 20? What's going on with it? And then I come down here and I see one, year established 2021, gross income 4.6 million. This thing started and blew up real quickly. And I want to say that, either one of two things is probably happening with this business that's, only at this point a year old and is up for sale. Either one, things have grown so fast and the one owner just absolutely cannot keep up with this business. Like, it's just out of control and he's working 50 hours a day. I know right in front of me it says the owner works 10 to 20 hours weekly, okay? The other scenario I see with this is it's not sustainable. Now, you don't really see that with these types of businesses because you do have clients on both ends, and you're not reliant necessarily on, Google like you would expect with a niche site. So something here just doesn't add up to me, right? I mean, if you're only working 10 to 20 hours a week and making 677 grand, why not run this for another 3 years? And at that point, your multiple will be much higher. And they're not asking a unfair price, based on cash flow and asking price. What is basically maybe a 3.5 to 4 multiple. That's not, I wouldn't say it's unfair, but it just seems ridiculous for a business that's 1 year old. Let's just see if we can skim this and pull any other details out of it. We got a bunch of industry news. Business is an ad network, not an exchange. I really couldn't define the difference between the two of them. They produce results, hit advertiser KPIs, and have real publishers. Ad exchanges are usually big platforms with very low quality traffic. The company's nine's direct offers, faster payments, unique advertorials are all methods the owner has used to increase publishers and traffic. Okay. The business currently has 78 advertisers, and payments are received either weekly or monthly. Advertisers do not require much communication. That is true. Trust has been a big factor. Yeah, no office space necessary, can be run from just about anywhere in the world. Nothing to me in here is too revealing. If you're in the market for a scaling affiliate network, it's certainly one worth checking out, but I would just be very, very cautious. This one to me throws up a lot of red flags based on its rapid growth in basically 1 year and one employee. Let's take a look at a final listing here and call it a wrap. This one, Ecommerce focus on clerical supplies for hospitals. So this is a niche business that sells clerical supplies to hospitals. And this caught my attention because these niche e-commerce businesses are pretty good at avoiding kind of the rut of Amazon. They're not competing in the Amazon market, and their clients, in this case hospitals, go directly to them and buy directly from them. Now that begs the question, what do they bring to the table for hospitals that is so special? And B, how are they getting these hospital clients? So let's just see what this listing reveals here. They're asking $3.75 million and it's cash flowing $945,000, so a 3.8x multiple or so, and it's been established since 2006. That's pretty good. It's making $945,000 on $5.4 million, so like a 17% margin. This e-commerce business is projected to exceed $10 million in sales this year. So it's expected to nearly double in sales. I'm not following this. This listing would have came up here in September of 2022, but 2022 is 3/4 of the way over. And it's still saying our trailing 12-month revenue is $5.4 million. Something's not adding up there. They're currently fulfilling around 4,000 orders each month with an increase in Q4 annually to accommodate for the holiday season. Okay, so maybe they're planning to hit another $4,500,000 in sales in Q4. Maybe. This business has over 75 repeat clients and relationships with 20 vendors. They sell a wide variety of products, including office, janitorial, restaurant, and industrial supplies. Okay, that seems a lot broader than hospital clerical, as well as furniture and technology accessories. Being a dropship business, they carry little overhead with the extremely efficient team of 5 contracted employees. That's an oxymoron there. You can't be a contracted employee. This order fulfillment business, I thought we were e-commerce. It's like it's changing. We went from hospital to office, janitorial, restaurant, industrial, furniture, and technology to from e-commerce to fulfillment. It can be run from anywhere in the United States. Their software, Channel Advisor, can manage up to 1 million SKUs, allowing the new ownership significant growth. I'm not sure I would want to grow this outside of its current niche of hospitals, which it may not be in. In addition to their success, they were awarded a contract to sell office supplies to a network of over 250 hospitals and 350,000 shipping locations nationwide, including doctors' offices. 95% of the revenue comes from large name marketplace retailers, while 5% comes directly from the website. 75% of website sales come from the consumer and 25% from business accounts, but that's irrelevant because it's immaterial here. The big thing we need to know is what's up with these marketplace retailers. Where do hospitals and all of these things go to buy? Their website is highly secure with a green address bar, SSL. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Current ownership is confident in the continued success of this business and has offered a 15% equity role on this business and a training/transition period for 1 year or more if needed. The company price at $3.75 million or $3,750,000 in a position to grow. Is that the same asking price? Yeah, it is. Okay. They're qualified Amazon Seller Prime, but not currently using it. Taking advantage of this would lead to substantial increase in traffic. Okay, so we got a PDF here which seems to break down more details, and let's just go small storage facility used to handle returns, reason for selling, health, back surgery, can no longer sit at a computer for long periods of time. These reasons for selling to me are always just so baloney. Like there's no, I don't know, it's just like, why? Somebody wants to sell this business. The reason is kind of irrelevant because 9 out of 10 times, actually 99 out of 100 times, they're not truthful. Right? Like can no longer sit at a computer for long periods of time. Well, I thought this business has employees. And number two, you can get a standing desk, you can get a laying desk, you can get all kinds of crap these days. 5 contracted employees overseas, cross-chained, 1 year, selling training period 1 year, but can stay longer. But he can't sit at a computer for too long. Growth opportunities. Take advantage of the Amazon Prime qualification to increase traffic and revenue. Secure additional contracts directly with hospitals. Expand to Canada, Mexico, European markets. And then here's our description. This is interesting. The purchase price, $3.75 million. They want $2.625 up front. Earn out, $562,500. And then equity roll, meaning the current owners would maintain a 15% equity stake in this business. This is interesting. I'm not seeing anything wrong with this structure at all. The earnout, is this to be paid out of profits? Is this to be paid as a percentage of profits? That could happen. And then the equity roll. Do you want the prior owner still having a hand in the business? Maybe, maybe not. If you're buying this business, I think you're already going to have $3.2 million in it. Why not come up with the remaining $562,000 just to buy it out and own that 15% equity and not have any baloney that partnerships tend to bring? All right. So yeah, my thought on this here is that there's a lot going on that, you really need to get a handle on. First thing is the 95% of their revenue that comes from large name marketplace retailers. Like, is this Amazon, or not Amazon, because they're not, it says that they're not selling on Amazon, at least not Amazon Prime. Maybe Amazon Prime and Amazon are different. I'm not sure about that. But large name marketplace retailers, right? Are they selling on Walmart? Maybe some other platforms I'm not familiar with, eBay, right? Like where exactly are they coming from, and how much of the branding do these marketplace retailers relay? Do the marketplace retailers let the customers know that this business is handling their orders? And how much leverage do they have with these retailers? Are they at the mercy of them? And how many of them are there, right? If there's just 2, or even worse, 1 generating that 95% of the revenue, that's a huge, huge channel risk that this business brings to the table. Now, if there's 10 of them, well, it kind of doesn't really matter at all. So yeah, this is seems like a good business here, but there's a lot going on, certainly a lot that you'd have to know, or a lot more that you'd have to look into. Who would this business be for? It's a good question. Who would this business be for? Obviously, somebody that has experience in medical sales, someone that possibly knows, like the purchasing manager for hospitals, could possibly bring a lot of value to this. But for somebody that's involved in internet marketing, I don't really see it. Unless you're really in the e-commerce space and you really know these marketplace retailers and could increase your revenue there. But, if 95% of this $5.4 million expected to be $10 million is already coming from these retailers, do you really have room to grow that channel? So I really see this as a business for somebody that is already in the medical supply chain industry and has contacts there and really knows how to sell these products. So guys, I'm going to call it a wrap on this edition of Online Businesses for Sale. If you found any of these businesses interesting, and you'd like to contact the brokers and get more information on them, simply just, freeze the screen where I was talking about it and Google the title of the business, and you should be able to pull it up and make an inquiry to the broker. And if you do, and you do end up buying one of these businesses that you found through my Online Businesses for Sale videos, do let me know, reach out to me, go to momentuminbusiness.com, use the contact me page, I just put that up on the website, or leave a comment on the YouTube video, something like that. So guys, on that note, I hope you found this video helpful and insightful. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm signing off on this one.